my friend Justin Koo and teammate who came second at the Calling Shizuoka and me are writing a Metafy on Gravy. It should be published by the time the video comes out or just after. If you're interested in playing Gravy this peaky season, please check it out.
There you go. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Push the Point, where I have got two very, very awesome gentlemen. We've got Dylan Thompson 3 times, or 4, 5, I don't know, million-time Irish national champion. And of course, I think, is this maybe too soon to say, Jacob? But I mean, you're storming towards that Player of the Year. You are the stone cold that just comes in and just like stone cold stunners Paul Brody Spurlock from first place, and everyone just throws their beers in the air. We got Jacob Clements.
Yeah.
How are you? How are you, Jacob? I'll start with you. You went all the way over to, I can't pronounce it, Shizuoka. Is that it? Is that?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I don't know how to pronounce it either. Well, right idea. I also wouldn't know how to pronounce it.
Yeah.
I've been saying Shizuoka.
That's probably right. How was it?
It was lovely. I stayed for a couple of days afterwards in Tokyo. We got to do some cool bits. Went to this like digital art and like sensory experience thing called Team Labs.
Team Labs.
That was
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's it. Is that basically like playing Gravy Bones or something? Some sort of like, digital art, sensory experience. Don't create gold.
I'm in the like black room, and I'm like, wow, it's just like the Acilio game.
I'm waiting for something to shock me. But yeah, and how are you doing, Dylan? How's your fab been? It feels like it's been a little while.
Yeah, good. Mostly just been preparing for Hamburg.
Yes.
I actually joined a team recently, so
Oh, shout out. What is
testing
it?
process. Shout out PCG Invasion.
Oh, you joined PCG Invasion. Fair play, man. That's cool.
Yeah,
That's cool.
So no, it's been different. I usually prepare for events myself. Singapore, I did some work with Sigil, and that was really good. And yeah, no, I'm excited to kind of work with a group, and so far, I feel pretty confident with it.
It's lovely, isn't it? When you get a group of people that you can just really bounce ideas off, and it makes you feel a lot more prepared. But everyone, we are here, as you can probably see by the YouTube title that I hope Trip got correct. We're talking about meta. We're talking about Hamburg meta coming up this weekend. I wanted to get these guys' thoughts on what they think the predictive meta should be. I am going to come in as you, which maybe you know more than me. I think this is kind of a bit wild, weird, and a little, maybe open, maybe not. Who knows? Because we had a BNR and we haven't had really much to sort of delve into after that. And now we've got Super Slam. So we've had the call-in Shizuoka. Well, we had the call-in come out this weekend over in Japan. And yeah, I think that was a good stepping stone. So Jacob, you were there. And Dylan, you can obviously give your feedback as well from watching it. Do you think that calling is what's going to probably come to Hamburg, or do you think Hamburg's going to be very different?
I think Japan's got a player bias towards like Florian in particular, and there's some other like regional specifics in a way that all the regions have different decks, and so I think you saw that shine through in their meta, both in that there were like enough Florians that Florian maybe like Inverdants maybe converted more so than you'd expect, but also that they pushed up Gravy Bones and also maybe Syndra as well, being good into them and Gravy. So I think I wouldn't necessarily expect a repeat. I think you have to bear in mind that Florian was the most popular deck in that room.
Yeah. Okay. And Dylan, what was your thoughts of the call-in and how that might be?
Yeah, like Jacob said, like a lot of the Japanese events that have happened in the past have been very Florian and Assassin kind of heavy.
I thought they really loved Ira as well over in that bit.
Yeah, Shoma does a lot with Ira.
Yeah.
But
maybe not Japan.
Yeah, I think the presence of Earth decks being there, KO was another big deck that kind of showed up in lots of numbers.
Yeah, that isn't. But the thing is that I like the buzz around the global community, because I think there's like we're pointing out, we've got like regional communities doing their thing, and then there's like a global consensus where all those communities kind of all feel like they come to the same thing. And yeah, if I'm here, I feel like if I'm hearing KO a lot, and I'm just this dude on like the super ground like level of everything, it must be something about it.
Yeah.
Because everyone's talking about it. And then you see KO being the number one deck. Oh, there's so many people playing it. And then, yeah, you saw day 2.
Yeah, like KO was definitely the deck out of Super Slam that was easiest to go into, since it kind of had a foundation from previous metas, and it just got some generic number buffs. But I'm interested to see how it comes out in Hamburg. Don't think the deck is I don't think it should be the most represented deck. I don't think it's the best deck. I think it's a good deck, but I do think that the Florian bias in Japan really drags that deck down, because at least I found that it struggles into the Earth matchup.
What's your thoughts on that, Jacob? Is that about right?
Sorry, I was trying to find the meta to refer to it. What was
so day 1 KO was number 1.
I think it was 45 KOs, and I think 5 day 2'd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That like I said, I was trying to find the stats that's just not in front of them, but I like had a sense of this in the room, obviously, if not specific stats to refer, and it did feel like KO. It's like possible it's the thing where they're still like people are still trying to find the right builds, but I also think it's possible, like you were saying, that he's the most obvious improved, because a lot of the cards in the new set are going to get run in him, but a lot of them are just like a point or two more, and he was actually like not that viable before. So even if you add on like 2 extra points a turn cycle, he's still not quite
There was
there.
no fundamental change in how the deck functions. It's just higher numbers, and those numbers weren't doing much to begin with.
Yeah, I had that.
Yeah.
I had that feeling as well, where it's like it's still, bro, still doing the same things. Is his game plan working? Oh no, it still blows. Okay, his blues got better, and he got another swing big. I mean, sick, but you know.
Yeah, I also do wonder if there's some credit to the thought that he just suffers particularly poorly into Japan specifically, their sort of biases. Like Florian's a bit of a problem matchup. KO struggles more than most with, like, it costs him more to have Arcane Barrier than most heroes. And then like what he kind of classically struggles to on turn off turn in a way that other heroes do because of the randomness of the hand, the draw discards, and so he's very good at just sending 14 a turn, but where Florian threatens to just block 12 a turn until you're fatigued, he kind of struggles sometimes to like break that parity, where in a way that in a if the meta evolves to make a bad Florian matchup less fatal, he may get to shine a bit more.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess just to kind of keep this in with the Hamburg thing, and we are going to talk about ProQuest in the next little bit. So what's going to happen in Hamburg? Jacob, we'll start with you. What do you think is going to happen in Hamburg in terms of like the meta? Because I think that's really where we're going to see what top players think the top decks are, and they're going to go into a field of top players around Europe. It is not a ProQuest. So what do you think the top 5 decks are going to be? And then I'll pass it to you, Dylan.
In day 1 representation in like rep conversion?
Yeah, okay, day 1.
I think it's difficult because there's a lot of, often when I think about heroes, I think about these like groupings like the Earth heroes or the warriors.
True.
And it's like sometimes not always obvious. But that doesn't make for good show, these caveats. So instead I'll go bold.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna have we're gonna have our top 5 be something along the lines of Syndra, KO, Kasai,
Interesting.
Gravy,
Yeah.
and then I feel like European players like Verdance a bit more than Florian.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Maybe Verdance.
Yeah. And if you turn around and said Earth Hero, and it was they turned
Yeah.
around and went, it's Florian or Verdance, they're kind of fighting for the same space in that those group of people, I'd forgive you to go, yeah, all right, it's one or the other, but Earth Hero is Earth Hero. And then what about you, Dylan? Day one for Hamburg.
Yeah, I think a lot of people with kind of Super Slam coming out have put reps into KO and it might not have got the performance they expected in Japan, but they're still gonna use the time that they invested in it. So I would say KO as well. I do think Syndra is the aggro deck that a lot of people gravitate to. Gravy is in a great position. I think most people think it has the best matchup spread out of those top 5 decks. It doesn't really have an auto loss, whereas other decks like Verdance are trying to dodge Gravy in particular because that matchup is very difficult and you kind of have to high roll. I think Verdance is better than Florian, and I think um, I do agree with the Kasai pick. There's an Conor McGrath loves Kasai, so I've been playing against that deck a lot. And like early with the new reaction and just
Yeah,
early raising minis, yeah,
Bloodfallow's Blade is a really
it's a very powerful card.
yeah.
And like, well, I'm playing Verdance, just being out front, and just like if I can't control the board, it feels really difficult. But so I don't think Kasai will be top 5 most repped, but I do think it's gonna have a good performance if people have caught on to it.
Well, then it goes
I
on to day
was
two, doesn't it? Really, then doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like,
day 2, yeah.
yeah, yeah. So day
But
two, out of all these things, oh, sorry, what was your point, Finn? Here was a
oh yeah,
point.
I was also gonna say from the calling in Japan, Dash.io had a win rate of 64%, even though it was less represented. And kind of when I think of KO, Syndra, Gravy being at the top and Florian going down, I can see Dio kind of slipping in there.
Nice. Okay. Okay. So to you, Dylan, the day two conversion, we've got an idea of what the day one feel is going to be like. What do you feel? We never know. You know, day two is always a bit random, can be. But what do you feel day two is going to turn out like in Hamburg?
I think
KO's going to go.
I think if Florian isn't as popular and maybe Verdance doesn't catch up to those Florian numbers that were shown in Japan, KO will have a better performance. I am interested in how Kasai does.
Mm.
I think I think if KO goes down because of how Japan went, I think Acilio is in a decent spot, having like a good matchup into Verdance, Gravy, um, even into Florians that are still around, and it's good into Kasai as well. But kind of those wizard slots are very meta dependent on how well they perform. Like even Kano as well could have a good showing, but
Okay. Okay. And then Jacob, your thoughts on the day two conversion?
I don't think Kasai will necessarily have a super impressive like percentage conversion, but I think the Kasai pilots who have really put in the time or worked out the deck, like we could have a like I think it'll have a low percent, like a low win rate or conversion percent overall, but the good Kasais might have a really good tournament.
Yeah. Okay.
I think KO will convert fine, not the horror story it was in Shizuoka, but not crazy. I think you'll see Syndra convert well, and I think you'll see. I don't know if you'll see Gravy convert well. I think you'll see the whatever flavor of Earth
Yeah, they'll do well. I want to ask a
convert
question.
well.
I want to ask the question to you guys, and I think this is really. I think for me, and then tell me if I'm wrong. Gravy is kind of the real centerpiece of all of this, in my opinion, because I think he really dictates the flow of everything, right? Of why Syndra, why like Earth Heroes are doing what they're doing and why they become popular and not popular. And am I wrong in thinking that?
Yeah, like being a different access of deck with board state is gonna push certain decks up and down.
Because if he wasn't relevant, I don't think this is going to be the same thing. Like, I just don't think that these, like, do you see what I mean? I just don't know. I just don't feel that anything has that feeling of change since the BNR, because Gravy, every one of you still go, I think he's still got it. And Jacob, I lean to you because you've played him. Like, how fundamentally different is he? Or is he still... I know he's took a big smack, but not a fatal smack?
Yeah, well, it felt like the deck had to change a lot. Like before, you were this very proactive deck centered on the tipples, and now you have to like leverage more like sideboarding, different game plans, different matchups, having to like be a bit more reactive. So to on the side of playing the gravy deck, the deck feels like a very different deck. But in terms of his like position in the meta, he's managed to retain a lot of his power because you've had to become more sideboarding oriented, which has made it more important to have a like good read of the meta. Where before, I mean, so I had essentially disrespected Acilio at Shizuoka, and before with 9 tipples in the deck, you'd still be kind of fine because you just sit down and be like, I'll still just blast them.
Yeah.
Whereas now you sit down and you're like, I actually really needed to be like interacting with their game plan, and there are only 80 slots in a deck, and I ran the third piece of AB, and I wanted to run like a Loot the Horde for Syndra, and I wanted to run a Diamond Amulet for Prism maybe, and it just all like Acilio is what had lost out in the end. And so Gravy has more of that feel now. But I think if I was not a Gravy player, which I mean, Dylan, you disclosed we were playing. To disclose what I'm playing is I don't actually know. I'm gonna sleep on it tonight. But
yeah.
I've sort of been game planning various scenarios. But what it all comes back to is there's no like clean pick, mostly because of Gravy.
Yes.
It's like you could just play the end of the line, be like, I'll be the stupid Earth hero, and I'll out mid-range all these mid-range idiots, and I'll like still have pretty good game into the aggro decks, like be a Florian or a Verdant. The classic 1990 Florian Verdants, by the way.
Yeah.
Trying to test that and talk to people who play either side of it, and they're like, oh yeah, I never lose my Florian Verdants game. They go, do you know how many copies of Deny Redemption I have? And the Verdants is like, stupid Florians with their Deny Redemptions. They don't know, it does nothing. And then the Florians are like, that's what they would tell you. But if you have the third Deny Redemption, and it's just like, oh my God, I don't have time for this.
But that's my point. Gravy is that guy that just goes, look, I'm just going to come ruin your party for a little bit. I'm here.
Yeah.
Whatever your plan is, I'm here. And I find it quite interesting that, to me, I find it just like, man, this seems like so much hard work. Like a real mountain, like more of a harder mountain to climb. It doesn't have, like, you've got to be so efficient at everything. It must be such a brain drain of like, oh God, I've got to get it so right every time because it's been nerfed that much. Is it worth it? And a lot of the top players are like, no, I think it is worth it. But I personally think it's, I don't know, man. Like, it can just look rough when you don't have any gold for ages. Yeah. You just go, why have I done this to myself?
Yeah, I mean, I think you have to be on a list that's been built to be like careful of this fail state where you don't have gold, and then you have to play very disciplined to make sure you have gold now. Whereas before, I remember the Battle Hardened before the PT, me and Evan Tangri were both like so jet lagged. We're just like dying at this BH. And between every round, our like heads are down on the table and we're just recounting to each other, being like, I don't even know what was happening. but I like punted here and I punted here, and I like forgot to like draw the card or make the gold off my tipple. Anyway, still won.
Oh,
So playing
right.
gravy with 9 tipples and they're just getting blasted. And the deck does not feel like that anymore.
No.
Like before, it was like all your plays are so good, it's difficult to make the best one, but you don't even need to make the best one and you'll still get there.
Yeah.
And now it's like, God, you have to be like so. It's just these like constant fail cases that are threatening you, where you'll just like actually do nothing. You didn't take the right line.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, like I was watching Justin Ku's games against the Syndras. Like he would think for like 2 minutes, and I was just amazed at how well he played that. Like
yeah,
it's so
it's a brain
thought
drain.
out. Yeah, because like there's just points where he'd let them draw off mask or be like, yeah, that's fine, and I'd be like, oh, I'd block here, and I'd be a bit defensive. I try to drag it out, and then he'd do this like giant turn, and I'd see the value. It's just like it's really respectable. Like good gravies, like just kind of see it different.
Yeah, yeah. Feels like it feels like the or maybe I don't know, maybe because I still think Kano is this illusion of like you got to be my similarity is that you got to be in the space, you got to have that mind to take it there and go there and think that far ahead, and it will pay off. And it seems like the gravy players that are committed to keep doing this, it will pay off. So yeah. And then there's Syndra, which again, I just suddenly everyone's like, no, she's so sick because that journey of her previous meta was Syndra's just distraught, and everyone's like, no.
Syndra's the
like,
week 1 deck.
She's back and she's says to
week 1 litmus test.
When everyone forgets how to block, they're reading their cards and they forget they can block.
Yeah.
And it's just like every time a new set comes out, people are just like, maybe they've forgotten about the 3rd chain link.
But then everyone's blasted about
I've definitely done it.
Yeah.
Ideally, like hopefully I can say not at like actual events and just in the sides the Friday before.
Yeah.
But I have definitely done it where I get hit by the 3rd attack and my ninja opponent goes, draw from mask momentum, and I go, huh?
Oh. Oh, that's how you won. I forgot.
That's how you keep your secrets.
Yeah.
I didn't even know how you drew this card, but I will call a judge. I'll believe you. I believe you. Whatever you say.
Okay, so Hamburg is we're coming to the conclusion that it feels very much like apart from the Kasai, that the consensus of which we hear from the very popular American side of things feels like it's going to be in the same sort of realm. I didn't hear Kasai too much in the American side, but the European side are talking about Kasai, which I like to hear. It's quite exciting. But yeah, I also knew that if Jacob Clements and maybe I don't know if you're gonna, I don't believe you're gonna play Gravy, Dylan. That just doesn't seem like.
I'm playing Verdance.
You're playing Verdance, yeah. That I just thought, well, Gravy exists. If Gravy exists and everyone wants to play Gravy, here we go. Everyone, here comes the package to take him on, and there we go. It's the same matter as last time because no one agreed that Gravy is rubbish. Everyone, no, Gravy's still good. We're still doing it, right? But these new heroes. We've got Tough Nut. We got RKO, some people call Cheeto, which I think is a garbage name. I think RKO actually is so much better because it's revered KO, RKO, straight out of nowhere, all that. Which, anyway, so RKO, Tough Nut, Pleiades, and everyone was bigging up the 5 intellect. Like, Lieth, it's Lieth time, baby, let's go. And now he's rubbish.
Yeah.
I was literally sitting there thinking when Max Klein showed up with his first deck take, I was like, come on, man, you've got some spice for me. Come on. He's like, and I saw it and I went, oh, no, I don't get it. And he's like, it's okay. It's okay.
Right. Give me my CYBs back. I'll build you the best life deck you've ever seen.
Yeah. Just everyone, right? Just anyway. Right. So new heroes, Dylan. Are they showing up for Hamburg?
I don't think so, but I do think they have a lot of future potential, like especially RKO in particular. Like a lot of their numbers are very good. Like the mocking, if you're on higher health, you get cheered, and then it gets
Mocking blow.
Mocking blow. Like
Daniel Chris was
that,
saying, literally, just be at higher health and then do this.
No, like I tried. That was the first deck I played when it came out because like I had just come off playing Slippy and I was like, oh, the hero ability is just a nick. I'm gonna play this, and yeah, like some of the numbers you get are amazing, and then you fall behind at one point, and it's just
it's over.
It's so hard to get back. Like you'll draw like Big Bully, or you don't really have Go Again to like pressure their health total enough that you can then take a turn. You kind of need to keep some cards. Like I do think he might be getting a weapon in the future because on the hero stats page it has like question mark question mark question mark as his signature. So
I think they're waiting for Mandible Claw to die.
Yeah, because he doesn't really have a way to utilize a weapon because all the one-handed brute weapons have a discard clause to get a bonus.
Yeah.
Unless
if you use outside interference.
Outside interference, that card's great.
Yeah. It's out. It's tell you what, it's really interesting. I love the fact that and Daniel Chris, if you're listening to this, he did literally point out, and he may not have seen this. He said to me before, or maybe after we've recorded the video, he's like, "Yeah, this deck needs a Go Again because it's just otherwise like right. I'm a jury. Oh, I'll attack you for low number. It's not really. Like, we all know. We all know it's going in for 6, right?
Oh yeah. At the world premiere, I started like my RKO opponents would attack me. They'd be like, it's for 7. And I'd be like, all right. But if you were to activate RKO, not saying you will, how much would it be then? And they'd be like, oh, it would be 11. And I'd be like, all right, so I'm getting attacked for 11.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's it. Well, what's Jacob? Super Slime Heroes. It's not coming to Hamburg. Maybe.
I think they need more time. Yeah. I think some of them have potential. I think Pallades is interesting. I also have a great CYB Pallades deck we could have played.
Oh wow.
You what happens next? Your CYBs up generational.
Oh, yeah.
But. This detour aside, I think Pallades has got some interesting stuff with the auras. She's kind of missing like one more good like aura that like the red auras that like do something when they come in or out.
Yeah.
Because all 3 of the blue auras that you keep in play are all very good and interesting. And then she just needs one more thing that she can do that's actually good in its own and keeps it around for an extra turn. Because at the moment, it's like whatever the draw one's called is like, that one's great because it's like actually above rate and it gives you an extra turn of one of your blues. But like the next best red auras, all are like just actively bad, but then are only all right because they keep your blue auras in play. And if she just had like one more good way, keep the blue auras in play, she could be really good.
Cool.
RKO, like you're saying, it's like great when you're ahead. And then you have the game where they like rip a blood rush. And then you're behind a game and you're like, damn, I really played a deck that did nothing. That was a choice. And then you play like
Folks brute copy pasta.
Yeah. Oh, it is a banger. And then Lyeth is like, oh, it feels like Azalea before she was good. Like before Outsiders. Where it's like, oh yeah, like sometimes you rip the like cut a long story short. Like dominate, but then you discard their hands, so they have to take it all and they get time walked. But it's like there's either like a consistency problem where it either needs to do that more often, or it needs like better middling cards in the deck. Because like the best cards in the deck are amazing.
Yeah.
But then like kind of like Azalea, it's very quickly running a lot of like nimblisms and minnoisms, where it's like these aren't bad cards. But like Azalea got good when it got to a point where all of the pumps had like bonus text. They were all like laced with something. There were no more nimblisms. And Lyeth is like, we're playing cards worse than nimblism still. Nimblism isn't even the bottom of our range. And like 5-int changes the dynamic, but not that much.
Yeah, okay.
Because Azalea also. So that's my thought. They're all like, it's that LSS thing they like to do, where the heroes still like develop.
Yeah,
developing.
but you guys didn't mention the best one.
Tough Nut.
Tough Nut. I keep thinking,
Bro,
I think
bro, I
he's got
can't. I need 4 cards in my hand.
I'm friends with Boosting Spendog. I've heard too much about Tough Nut. He was texting me literally today about how he barraging beatdowned himself so he could swing rock.
Yeah.
That's. I mean, that is a legal action.
Yeah, like the deck is so.
Does the +2?
Funny.
Right,
I don't know about the +2, but you can target yourself.
I'm reading Barraging Beatdown.
Right.
It says target hero.
He
was so happy.
I can't comment on whether that play is good or not. I don't. My gut feeling tells me.
Oh, it's not.
No, it's terrible.
So that's the +2.
Yeah.
If they didn't block.
Oh. Well,
I mean, I'm surprised that we've not seen as many people playing the like 60 Titanium Bauble Rock deck. Because I did think that was going to be like a scourge where it would be like everyone would complain about it, but that actually it would be terrible.
He has some good cards if they line up, like the red, yellow, blue cycle, the art piece. Like I think it's Dismember.
Yeah.
Oh, the one where if it blocks 6, it like
if it blocks 6,
their hand,
bottoms
arsenal.
their arsenal, hand, aura.
Well, aura.
Yeah, like those cards, if they go off, are really good. But when you're blocking like a head jab against Syndra for 6, yeah.
So for when I took all of the first day one deck techs I did, I was like, Francesco, your deck completes me. This makes sense to me, bro.
I watched that deck profile.
I thought this is like this. I'm so glad Francesco did it because he is just like the god to me. He's just like he just explains things as like, well, you simply just do this. This is so simple. I'm like, of course it is. God, I feel stupid not thinking this way. It's just so easy. It's all yellows. It all costs 2, and here's the good blues.
Yeah,
Done.
and he was like, you keep the 2 costs in your arsenal for when you don't rock.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, whoa, it's so simple. Free intellect, this guy. And then I played it. And I will say I played into his meta because it was just, mid-range. And I'm like, oh my God, the value of everything. I feel like I just do things and, the clashes. The clashes feel beautiful. Well, I clash with you. I flip this card up. Because I flip this card up, I do this. And then that clash also once. I just blocked for 4 and got so much out of it. And it just feels brilliant. And then you play into like Syndra or Gravy or something, and you go.
Like any hero who operates on any axis other than letting you block any number of cards, and not fatiguing you, is like it gets tough. But if you do exactly like let me block any amount I want, but then like also not block me too much, but enough that you're not just like killing me with cracked 5-card hands. Tough, like in that like mid-range Dirtle, Tough Nuts seems pretty good. Okay. It's just like got the least axes to like extend out from that point.
But like when the argument is like, oh yeah, if Bravo was the best deck, Tough Nut would be broken. It just sounds like wrong.
To be fair, so what's turned out to be is that we all went and did the bell curve where we went, Guardian Brutes, it's going to be mid-range and they're not going to matter. And then we came out, we all went, actually, I think they could be doing something. And then we're back down the bell curve. Yeah, they're just mid-range dudes that the meta's not ready for them. So we're back. Okay. But they weren't as terrible as we thought. But we were right about the meta. They're just not ready for it.
All 4 heroes from the set are interesting, but none of them are ready to ship yet, is my view.
I think
said no one that played Betsy or Olympia.
Like all of these heroes, except maybe Tough Nut, he's cool, but I think Lyeth, Pallades, and KO all have like
something.
There's this future kind of sight with them where it's just kind of like you can see a meta where you see them on top tables, like they do interesting things or they have good numbers in certain places. They're just missing something. So I think we will eventually see this set.
It's called
be a headliner.
From what I can tell, for the revered especially, it's called a weapon. Like they generally just don't have a weapon. When I saw Max Klein go, Titan's Fist, 3 for 3, and he went, "That's just about as good as it's gonna get."
Like,
my weapon is Rampart.
Yes, that's it. I did turn around and went, "The
Jaws of Victory
is your weapon." He said,
but no Prize of Encore?
Gravy Bones doesn't have a weapon, and it worked for him. So, Rampart is my compass. Oh, look how efficient I am.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Rampart is my weapon. Rampart is my weapon, and Cries of Encore is my other weapon. I'll be taking no further questions at this time.
I was very happy with Pleiades. I genuinely thought she would bore me to tears. And then I actually think, oh, God, actually, she's actually way more. She's actually way better than I thought. Like, way better than I thought. She's just, again, like you said, the meta is not ready. So, Hamburg, I'll end it. We kind of feels like very similar. With the Gravy, Syndra, Earth Heroes, Kasai spicy choice. I don't know if he did mention anyone else, but yeah, Assassin's Slippy just went
Mario's like the most.
No, I don't know, bro.
He didn't lose that much. But he just didn't have that much to begin with.
He has lost Bonds. That's not good.
Mario players be like, guys, Bonds of Agony wasn't even that good in my deck. All I wanted to do was react on my Graphene. That's what was bringing me joy anyway. And I'm like, all right, so you didn't lose anything. Remind me how good you were before? And they're like, oh, I'd rather not. But I'm exactly as good as I was then.
Yeah, okay. All right, so, but Slippy just, kaboom. Was when everyone said, I don't think Bonds is okay. I think we can get around Bonds. I remember that's what we talked about the ban and restricted amounts to Jacob. I think maybe we can get around Bonds. Maybe we could be a better deck. It turns out, no. Bonds was pretty good, right?
I think, yeah.
I
also think the meta's become quite hostile. Like, obviously we'll never know, but even if Bonds of Agony had stayed, if like Florian and Verdance became
I think
top heroes,
okay. Like,
certainly it would have been much better than it is now. But I think there have been like other problematic developments. If I was a Slippy player, even like aside from the BNR.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So that's Hamburg. I'll leave it to the final question to you guys. What's your top 8 and who's going to win? Dalen.
Top 8. Let's say 2 Gravy, 2 Syndra, 1 of each Earth Hero, a Kasai, and I don't know why, I just have this Acilio Kano fear in me.
Kano? We never mentioned him once.
Kano.
Yeah.
Is this always? I'm one of those people that just believe Kano is the best deck all the time, every time. And
Dylan, if you utter he who shall not be name's name, he will appear in your gem.
Like, I know round 1 I'm gonna sit down and it's gonna be Kano, and I'm gonna draw
5 minutes before Shizuoka. 5 minutes before Shizuoka starts, I cut the Amulet of Echoes to make space, like as the 81st card. Less than 5 minutes later, I'm sat in front of my round 1 opponent. The Acilio mat, the Acilio deck box, the Acilio sleeves. I'm like, no.
Jacob, I cut my Amulet of Echoes today.
Oh.
So,
May the odds
play the odds.
Be ever in your
okay, and Jacob, your top 8. Is it good? To be fair, I believe that all of you, what have you said? I'm like, yeah. I mean, we're just talking. It's the meta, right? What? Give me. I tell you what. Before we go to Jacob, spicy. Acilio and Kano are your spicy pick. Would you like to have just one more, just a zinger? It is highly unlikely, but your wild card zinger that could do it. He just could. He or she or it could come out of nowhere, RKO style. Is there a zinger, Dylan, that you got?
I mean, Reinar top 8'd last week.
Yeah.
I've been seeing a lot of people on Twitter playing Huntsman.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, that is happening. But I don't. Okay, are you going with
all the heroes now?
Are you actually going to go on record and say Huntsman?
No.
Good. Whew. Keep your cred.
Too much time on Twitter.
Yeah, too much time. I think Dash.io.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
Dash.io.
That's your zinger. Jacob, top 8, and your zinger.
I had quite a funny idea where I just say 8 people, and it wouldn't be deck prediction at all.
Oh, okay. Do it. Go for it. Go for it.
But I feel like that might be too crazy.
Stir the pot.
I mean, you are basically saying I'm going to put all my money on 8. I was like, well, there's black and red. No, my friend. 8. The ball's going to land on 8. I know it.
All right, we're gonna have Tommaso. This is good.
Yeah.
I can't say his name.
Yeah.
We're gonna have Pablo, of course.
Of course, you can't.
We're gonna have. Can't discount Pablo. We're gonna have Francesco for the back-to-back top 8s.
Yeah.
We're gonna have Arthur and Evan, both off their Team BH win.
Yeah.
Feeling good about them. I think we're gonna have.
It's not rude if you say yourself.
Well, I was gonna say myself to be winning it. But,
that is.
Well, I was gonna be surprised at the end. I was gonna be like, but there's one good person left.
Yeah.
But like Brody's gonna come off his like top 16 streak, top 8 this one, and then you know what, Dylan, it's good to be generous to your co-presenters.
Is he gonna do it?
You can come 9th. You can come 9th, and we're gonna have Michael. You can come 9th, but then
is Dylan the singer?
That's as generous as I can be. I mean, let's face it. Let's face it. He's just one on RTM 3 times where they wouldn't let the good people play.
Don't.
Yeah, I keep doing good at Pro Tours, but I just like I don't know. I can't break that. I go X and 5 every time, and I just like I need to get those. I need to lock in for those last 2 wins and actually get into a top 8.
You need to get more polarized. It's like you take 10 losses every 2 Pro Tours. You just need to take like 8 of them in 1 Pro Tour.
Yes. No. My draft record over the last 2 Pro Tours is 10-2. I've only lost to people named Michael.
Right.
Okay. Michael Jasker and Michael Hamilton, who both top 8'd.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So in the call-in, avoid the Michaels. All right.
Avoid the Michaels.
Avoid the Michaels. We've got our names, and I have to say, right, Evan.
And you at home compare up the names I said to the heroes he said.
Yes, there you go, and we'll put them all together and you figure it out. Evan Tanguy is like, to me, someone I'm keeping an extra close eye on you. You are like the Jacob. It shouldn't be. Maybe it's just how I see it, but he's the Jacob Trossing. Like this guy is just like, oh look, I do super well, and I was like, oh. I just don't hear of him, Jacob Trossing, at all. And then he's like, I just kind of show up and slay and go back home. And
I liked Player of the Year for this because I feel like if it hadn't been for people suddenly being like, oh, wow, he's 3rd, people might not have been might not have cottoned on to how good of a year he's had.
Yeah, absolutely. So Evan Tanguy is all the other names like Arthur and Pablo and like I think Francesco and Evan and are in that bubble of names that are going, you guys are definitely not talked about enough, and you are definitely top 8 in enough to be talked about enough. Whereas Arthur, Pablo, and Brody, and even in yourself, Jacob, are like, you're becoming that the point of the names. So I'm like, I wouldn't be shocked if that. But man, if that, I would say that that's the safest picks. I also just don't. We all know that's probably likely not going to happen if all of that happened all at once. You know what I mean? Because there's definitely going to be some of you are going to have an awesome day. Now, I hope you're going to see this tomorrow on Friday because we're recording this on Thursday, and I hope you all have a great time. And if you're watching it afterwards, I hope you enjoyed watching it. And well done, Jacob and Dylan, for winning. So. Yeah. ProQuest.
ninth, apparently.
Oh, you came ninth. I'd love it. I would turn around and scream if it was the other way around. When Jacob came ninth and Dylan won it. It was like, ah. Right. We'll keep this slightly short. The ProQuest season is going to be very, very different. Everyone's going to be bringing along their pet decks, but I think it's probably. I don't know how this is going to actually swing. I don't really think I have. I think the Syndras, the Gravies, the KOs. I think the KO wins. It might not happen in Hamburg, but I think KO is going to win a lot in ProQuest. So those are the sort of games where I'm like, yeah, he's going to do so well. I'm more interested in seeing what the Living Legend system will do in this, because I think that's what ProQuest is really like. The unsung hero thing about all of this is really what changes the meta, because this season of RTNs and ProQuest are the actual fuel to Living Legend heroes out of the game. So what do you before I get to the Living Legend bit though, what would you recommend taking to the ProQuest, because it's not Hamburg? Like, what would you take, Dylan? Would you still take Verdance, or would you go, yeah, you know what, I feel like having fun with RKO?
I think Verdance is really good. I think ProQuests are so based on your local meta that if you have a low gravy meta, then Verdance feels like the best deck. But if you have a high gravy meta, then it feels like a terrible pick.
I'll give you a secret. If you have a low gravy meta, you can be the gravy.
Oh yeah, the best anti-gravy deck is a good gravy 80. That's
right.
Just do what Evan Herndon did to me at Kansas. Sit down and be like, "Oh, you want to play a mirror, do you? 3 scuba, 3 C4 salvage."
Yeah. Oh, bro, come on.
Good luck.
You're hunting for me, bro. Leave me alone. Okay. Okay. But all right, then. Take your deck, take your best deck, and obviously just go check out some other channels that are probably telling you what they're going to do. But like you said, Dylan, just know your meta. Everyone is going to just bring the Hamburg and the Japan calling along.
Know your meta, know your deck. It's a very open meta where a lot of the decks have I don't want to see this, I don't want to see that. And be prepared for gravy. That would be it. Remember to block Syndra properly.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, I know what 2 heroes I might be taking, but I will tell you later. Jacob, is there anything you want to add to that before we talk about who's going to live in Legend?
No, I think I'd just echo what Dylan said. In a format this open and with this much, most heroes have one hero they don't want to see. Well, some heroes have a lot more heroes they don't want to see, but those are generally considered the not good heroes. But most of the good heroes have one thing they don't want to see. Like your Verdance doesn't want to see Gravy, your Gravy doesn't want to see a Cilio, so on and so forth. You just got to have that read of what your room's going to be.
Yeah, that's fair. Right.
But like I say, you can just play Gravy.
Just play Gravy. Yeah.
Just play Gravy.
Just play Gravy. Right. But Jacob, who's living in the end of this ProQuest season? Is anyone going to live in Legend?
We're gonna have the week 6 ProQuest. We're gonna have all the players getting ready for Worlds in the torture chamber, where KO could LL and Florian could LL, and Kano could LL.
Florian's not gonna LL, bro.
And he needs 20% win rate or something.
Well, at 0.5%.
He's not half.
He's not half anymore.
He's a year and a day old.
No.
He's.
Is he really?
Maybe this is an imperfect one. He's well, he's not, but LSS have that stopwatch. You know those people where it's celebrity turns 18 in 3 hours and 22 minutes?
They'll go.
Florian's got that.
Oh, so when it's week 6 is, but then I don't.
Yeah. No, it was with Super Slam release. I think Rosetta became released a year ago. So for all the season.
Worlds Osaka was at the end of October last year, and Florian was legal for that.
Oh.
And then Rosetta came out 2 months before that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So,
okay. So it's a year. So he's getting.
I'm pretty sure he's.
Yeah.
So yeah, he only needs 20-ish%. win rate, I think, because it's 1,500 points total. They're doing fractional now, so it's not the weird like round up, round down, and then he's like about 300 away, and KO is similar.
I'm interested in because if you win a pro quest now, you can't play any more pro quests.
You get LL.
Don't.
I get LL.
Well, don't.
You get
don't.
LL.
Don't.
Oh, Dylan, we came up with a great idea in Shizuoka. It's
me.
called Cheaters and Champions, and it's LL tournaments, but for the players who've been LL'd because they've won too much, and the players who've been banned because they're cheating.
Oh God.
No, but
Cheaters and Champions.
They stay on point. like I'm sure there's Kanos who have won multiple pro quests on the fact that like they play Kano, but if they win their first pro quest, that's like since Kano's a specialist hero, that's a lot of like Kano players gone after the first PQ. Like maybe that affects win rates, and then around week 4, 5, 6, we start seeing kind of less popular heroes win because obviously the I don't want to say the good players. The
good players are gone.
Oh well,
the good players are gone.
But it's
Dylan,
it's not
trust
unfair.
me. If it wasn't for this change, the only heroes who get LL points are the heroes that I wanted to get LL points. But now all these people in England are going to get to win pro quests because stupid LSS not letting me go out to the. You ever seen the TV show Clarkson's Farm? That was me at the pro quest.
Oh, well, okay. So it's all these good players going, I think this player is the best. So it's points. All right. It is a factor to take into consideration for sure. I have this weird feeling, and I'm not going to die on the hill, but I don't think anyone's going to LL.
Yeah. I think it'll be, like I say, I think it'll be that close end of the season thing, but then no one will quite, it'll be like Zen at London. Nothing will actually happen.
Yeah.
Like I think Kano is the main one I could see it happening for, where it does get to that edge, or unless KO is very widely adapted. But I don't know.
It's exciting. It's actually for the first time ever you want to actually just to see where this actually all lands. So okay.
Dylan, you're gonna go.
I hate this though.
You're gonna win your pro quest on Kano? Are you doing your part?
Well, me. Me, I sold my I sold my. Oh, you talking about Kano or KO?
No, I said Kano. I was asking Dylan if he's gonna do his part and get Kano out the game.
Only you can start forest fires.
Only you can. Wow.
Well, if I was gonna play Kano, I wouldn't say it here because then everyone would put their Kano hate.
True. We gotta move in secret.
I'm not playing Kano.
I'm not playing Kano.
Verdant's my favorite wizard.
I have.
You're gonna do it, Jacob.
I have never, and would never register Kano at Spellbound Games ProQuest.
Right.
Jacob's gonna parent me round 1, and I'm gonna flip Kano.
I'm gonna fly to Ireland just to lose to his Kano round 1.
No, but you're both just gonna go. I also brought Kano. Oh God.
No, Hamburg round.
And then we're just sat and we're like, bro, how do we play the mirror?
Yeah, you both just go.
I remember one time it
out.
was just like an armory. I played the Kano mirror, and we forgot whose turn it was and just scooped.
The other Kano mirror classic I love is that didn't realize Wildfire was gonna buff your stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I've seen that happen live.
Don't tell people. That's how I win Verdance.
Everyone's in chat.
You ever seen the UPF double Kano thing?
Oh no.
In UPF, you have 2 Kanos at the table, and so one of them just casts the wildfires, and then the other's like, all right, Matt. No blocks, take all the wildfire damage. Like, take 6 off your wildfire, take 10 off your wildfire. All right, now play my wildfire for 20. Chain lightning, 40 damage to each player or each opponent.
You fool! You've activated my trap card.
Oh, there's LL at Pro Quests as well.
Oh, there is?
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about that just briefly. So why are you not taking Chain or to your Living Legend? And yeah, why are you not taking Chain? because it should be changed.
Because Ireland doesn't have any LL Pro quests.
Because Stavo's sick.
Stavo is ill and he needs to go back to bed.
Nah,
I
Stavo's
think
sick.
the Viserai deck, the Nova one,
Don't get me started. I went like that. And I looked at it and I went,
Me when I'm playing my good aggro deck with combo potential, but it's not Dash.io with all her shitty no blocks. It's Viserai, a good deck.
Bro, I don't really know how he did it, because I literally just saw his deck and went, that's my deck. It's literally my deck. But
he's the Viserai guy.
I know. I'm not going to turn around and
He's missed to get something, right? He wins all the BHs.
I show up and he does show up and win Battle Hardens with cool heroes. With cool heroes for sure.
I liked one of the Blue Pitch guys, I don't remember which one of them, was telling me about how they call him Mr. Get Something, because it's like he'll never come home empty-handed. It's like on the Pro Tour weekend, it's like bomb day one of the Pro Tour, bomb day one of the calling, and they're like, but you'd never go home empty-handed.
Right.
I think Rob Catton as well does that. I think
he
Baz
does.
calls him like Mr. Sunday.
Oh no,
he used to be Mr. Side Events, and then he topped Worlds, and then he topped the second Worlds.
Well,
side events.
Yeah.
Yeah. All this has proven is that Worlds is a side event.
Yeah. Worlds is a side event, and Rob is in it. And Francesco, to be fair, Rob and Francesco were at those dudes that just go, the side event's on, I guess I'm just going to top 8 this. And you're like, oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah.
Francesco with his most Blitz Battle Hardened wins ever at something at one point.
Oh, yeah. When you just see his do. But I couldn't. The Living Legend format, really have no idea. I guess it's worth pointing out to you guys. You guys are thrust upon you the Living Legend format for Worlds. So are you ready to play Stavo or maybe Chain or
my Stavo deck's so sick?
Yeah, I was knew you'd be on Stavo. It didn't really matter.
Jakuz 90 won the PCI event at Chicago with it. I give it to a different because I don't want to be greedy and play too much of the Stavo deck, so I keep letting different people play it to see how they'll do with it. Back my day, share the fun.
You're too kind.
Jakuz, and I keep giving it to them and being like, I actually know what you should play, but like here's a box of all the Stavo cards I brought. You build however you. And so I'm just like secretly farming them for how they should build and play the deck.
Dylan,
like I say, Jakuz undefeated won the PK Plus, and then Vespa borrowed it at Shizuoka, and he came 9th, I think, in the BH. Tragic.
Oh wow, he lost to the king. The king.
If I don't day 2, can I borrow your Starva deck in Hamburg?
Yeah, this is my point. Everyone gets a time with the Stavo deck.
I don't, Jacob. I actually, after our game at Battle Harden, I'm like genuinely fuming. Like I think you proper cheesed me out of that game. I sat there. I still walk around the whole thing going, oh for God's! I even sat down and said, Jacob, man, come on, bro, come on. I'm like 1 win off a PTI. Like I'm washed, bro. Please let a man live. And you're like, absolutely not. I'm gonna felon into spinal into felon into. I'm like, come on, man, please. Yeah. You choose me like, that game. Please. I'm good, honest. Oh God damn it!
Well, I like when you were like, "Please, Jacob," and I was like, "Oh, I remember what I said." And then you flipped up, and there was no Rosetta-thon in the field, and I was like, "All right, we're not playing that hard. Get your Rosetta-thon, and then I'll."
Oh
beat
yeah,
you.
I forgot. Oh God, no weapon. Hang on, Judge, stop. I think we actually got told off, didn't we, when we were playing? We were like, guys, you're having way too much fun.
Well, there was also like a crazy bit where the judge was like, Hamish, I'd like to remind you that there are rules on wagering in this game.
Oh no, I didn't wager anything. What did I turn around and say? You were discussing
like Worlds draft or something you'd done, and the judge was like, I don't want to be a hard ass, but like, can you not say it right in front of me?
Oh yeah, I was like, I think I was just saying again. I made a bet that the Europeans are going to win the Pro Tour.
The Europeans.
Like, la la la. And I went, and I bet it was for nothing but a handshake, and then I lose.
Yeah.
I was like, it's like playing at Manascrew in Northampton. This is awful. Anyway, I don't know where we're going with this. I would literally ask the question of, you've got your thrust. LL is thrust upon you for Worlds, and you have to deal with it. Are you ready? And Jacob said yes, because he's going to Starvo. Dylan says, can I borrow your Starvo? Because I don't know what I'm doing. Is that about right?
It's just like Verdance. It's just like Verdance. You play your Felling.
Just like Verdance. You play
You have shitty Earth cards in your deck, and you play Felling. It's literally the exact same.
But should you actually know what the hell's going on? Like, you've got to know what's going on. I still think there's room for some like weird thing to appear.
I think there'll definitely be a surprise on the day. The Dromai is interesting. Like Jude Cornett came top 8 at the Singapore Valheim with Dromai. See, here's the thing, and this is going to make Jacob very happy. Every time I think I have a good LL deck, like I played Pick Up Needles Zen, I played the Ira deck, I played the System Reset Dio deck, and then Starvo just goes like, oh, fuse, and then versus the Dio, you just put Rampart in and it blocks 50. I think Starvo
has crayons.
Has crayons.
Do you not discount the crayons, bro? I get it.
I feel like modern builds don't even crayons that much anymore without crown. They're actually just playing fair elemental gameplay. Yeah. Block 6, play Felling. You don't need to fuse is where we're going.
Yeah, let's just unban Kraken A for Vayne and get on with it. Yeah, and just let's really
make it nice and easy on all the LL and all the players.
Do you guys know about the Genesis format in Yu-Gi-Oh that they just introduced?
I haven't got a goddamn clue, no.
So it's like LL, but they have like points for banned cards, and they have like cool combinations that so like let's just say
this generated the quote where it's like, if your deck's good but everyone sucks at playing it, we're not going to ban it. That's a skill issue on everyone else. Yeah.
But yeah, so it'd be like Kraken's Aether Vein is 100 points, but Rampant Growth is 1 point, and you get 100 points, so you can't register them together. And then me and it was Nick Butcher were talking about how like this would be a really cool way to do LL and Fab, so you can stop like Kraken's Aether Vein, but you can still run it with like Tree and have the Millennium Tree and still have some cool combos.
It is good, and I think it would be. I imagine it just wouldn't be adopted because I think
it'd be so hard to balance.
It's not even so hard to balance. I think it's also asking if we can't trust players to understand that we could ban a card for a hero. Oh no, that's too complex. Like, we've got children here; they're not going to understand these things. We can't ban just this for one hero. It'll be too confusing. I know.
I wouldn't understand.
No, Jacob, you would register that deck and go, hey, wait a minute, I thought CYB was legal for this hero. No, it's banned everywhere.
Jacob and Brody are the children.
Yeah.
We are the children.
Would somebody think of the children?
Well, I'm saying there's going to be some CYBs in my deck if we do anything complicated with the BNR.
Okay, right.
CYB Bravo.
Yeah, I know.
Ladies. CYB ladies.
Do it.
I just want to play what happens next and discount my CYBs.
Oh. No, you play Scoob and you put the yellow CYB back.
I've also worked on this. I keep working on CYB decks that don't exist. That like aren't legal in formats and being like, but what if they were? Because you can gravy away the first CYBs as well. So you don't even have to play the bad ones.
I saw your tweet where it was Jason Rolfe posted you with the 79 health. And then you said, yeah, I had a lot of health, but all I could think about is if I didn't have CYBs, I would have won the game already.
This is a quote that from, well, I think Brian said it originally, but it was a sentiment a bunch of people. I remember because I like played that game on stream and I'm like in the hotel that night, and like all of the like Clout Discord is just people explaining how actually my deck sucks and I shouldn't have won a single game and yada yada yada. And I remember I was like in the Discord, I'm like, I'll show you all tomorrow when I win the cooling. And then my like top memory, this is someone literally replies that and goes, fine, then I'll just complain about how everyone's so bad they're losing to your shit CYB deck. And I was like, what? He's outfoxed me. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do to him.
Yeah, but your mom.
He's too powerful. He knows all the moves to keep complaining. Dylan like takes the mask off.
It was me.
That was you.
Brian Gottlieb.
Yeah. But Brian didn't say all this. Brian just like made a very reasonable comment about how like actually in the Verdance matchup, normal Enigma would fare better than CYB because you just need to pressure them before they combo with the board state they can't clear, which is true.
It's true.
But then he keeps getting shit for it because people will be like, Brian, are you impressed that Gregor won Worlds on a 71 card deck? And he's like, that's not what I said. Verdance wasn't a relevant deck at Worlds. Like having a worse Verdance matchup, probably a good deck building choice.
Yeah. Right.
They're like, nah, you idiot.
I just remember him like in every interview saying, just put Gravekeeping in your deck. Come on, guys. It's that simple.
It's that simple. It's just put, what's it, Nick Nat Brickabat? Oh no, that wasn't Brian. That was
No, that card's great. That card in
Tarek will never let it down.
No. It came second at New Zealand Nationals in Verdance. You would knick-knack Brickaback with the Royal Crown, get 2 pots out.
Is this more or less of a Mickey Mouse Nats than your one?
Yeah.
I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna end it there. Thank you so much, guys. That was really good fun. It started off with a serious, and then we just all went Twitter. But I hope you all enjoyed it. And like I said, I hope you enjoy Hamburg. If you are watching this beforehand, and if you're watching it after, I hope you enjoyed it. Jacob, Dylan, thank you so much for your time.